Everyone, welcome to today's Easter story lesson. Today we're going to be reading the Easter story from the Bible. So whilst we're all very excited for Easter, and this Easter we'll be able to mix outside with a few more people and we'll have lots of chocolate Easter eggs, we're going to have a think about the true meaning of Easter. So Christians are people who believe in the Easter story and they would read it from the Bible. We're going to read the story today and then tomorrow we're going to do an activity with it. The Easter story. Jesus arrived in Jerusalem on Palm Sunday. The people were happy to see Jesus and they waved palm branches. Have a chat with your grown ups, pause the video, and talk about palm branches. What do you think they are and why do you think they were used? Is it a hot or a cold country that Jerusalem is? Have a think and talk to your grown ups now. Some people were very jealous of how much the people loved Jesus. Judas was one of Jesus' special friends. The important people gave Judas money to tell them where Jesus was so they could arrest him. What does arrest mean? That's right, the police would come and arrest him and take him away. Jesus had a special dinner called a Passover Meal with his friends. This meal is now known as the Last Supper. Why do you think it's known as the Last Supper? Talk to your adults. Jesus gave his friends bread and wine. He then told them that one of them had turned against him. That's not very good, is it, reception? That means one of his friends hadn't been very kind and they were doing something to cause problems for Jesus. That's not what kind friends do. Jesus said that Peter would pretend he didn't know Jesus before the morning arrived and the cock crowed. Then Jesus went to pray in the garden. Judas told the important people where Jesus was, and Jesus was arrested. Do you think Judas did that to be a good friend or a bad friend? Was that a kind thing to do? Let's find out. Peter followed Jesus and waited outside where he was being held. Someone asked Judas if he was Jesus' friend. Peter said he didn't know Jesus. He did know Jesus, didn't he? He's lying. Then the cock crowed. Peter remembered what Jesus had said and felt very, very sad. Jesus had to carry a heavy cross through the streets of Jerusalem. Have a think about if you've seen one of these crosses. I know in my local park there's a big cross been put up to remember Jesus at this time of Easter. See if you can talk about it and if you could think where there might be one near you. Simon carried Jesus' cross to the hill. Jesus died on the cross. His friends and family were very sad. Jesus' body was put into a tomb. A large, heavy stone was put in front of the entrance. On the third day, Mary and some of Jesus' other friends went to the tomb. But Jesus' body wasn't there. The stone had been rolled away, and an angel told them that Jesus had risen from the dead. Jesus visited his friends before going to heaven. And that's the end of our Easter story. You can talk about Easter with your grown-ups today and have a think about that story. There was a miracle within that story because Jesus had died and then he was resurrected. He came back to life. Have a chat about Easter, talk about what you've just heard in the story, and then tomorrow come back and we're going to do an activity with some sheets that you've got in your pack. Have a lovely day and we'll see you soon. Bye, reception.